All right. So we just got done.
Hi. Wow, I'm just doing what you do.
It's my thing, babes. It's my thing. We just got done watching the American Horror Stories finale, and dear God, am I just in a state of
Shock.
I just feel like someone put a spoon in my brain and then stirred. Uh, so I'll just start off by saying what this episode feels like is like they were tired of fans asking about Murder House, so they wanted to get rid of it. And although they didn't get rid of it because it was in the game, but they did. I am so confused which storyline is the correct one. It almost makes it difficult to review. But it was a pretty self-aware episode, you know. Uh, like I said, they did have a line in here where they were talking about, all the fans coming up to the murder house and that, and maybe that is something that actually happens in real life, and people keep expecting them to go back to murder house, as I said before, as they have a few times, maybe once or twice, I think. But maybe I would need to watch it again. I don't think so. To understand, what I saw. Babe, do you usually grasp storylines a little bit better than me? So am I really that far off here in understanding, or?
What are you not understanding?
I mean, I guess I'm basically just confused which storyline is the linear storyline. Did the house actually get destroyed? Was that just in the game? Or the American Horror Stories an actual, like, show within a show? Like, because they mentioned Sarah Paulson in the game.
I think it is a show within a show, and I think that the mom just went and like decided to add the whole like real life aspect to it, if that makes sense.
But
so all of it is in the game as a plot as well.
Even if you can grasp which storyline was the linear one, I did not, which I just think that's, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking about it too much. But even the main, I guess, storyline, I had a real problem with the mom and the son's relationship, because he starts off, frustrated with her, pretty upset for reasons that are kind of alluded to, like she just gets obsessed, but we don't really see it. And then the dad starts cussing out the mom in front of the kid, and then the kid like is nice to the mom, and then the mom dies and comes back, and the kid is treating her like shit, and she's saying don't burn down the house.
But then when he showed up, she was like
burn it down when he showed up to burn it down. And then he was like, I love you, mom. Like he would like he didn't just like pretty much say fuck off and not care if he ever saw her again, because he knew that she died at the house. He never went to try to visit her at the house. The actress who played the mom, I guess that doesn't really count towards the episode, but I knew her from Fear the Walking Dead back when it was good, so that's, I guess, something. They had Miley Cyrus's sibling in here. Noah Cyrus. Some of her music was in the episode. I did like the references to the other seasons, but that's just kind of a cheap thing. We had the
thing to bring everybody back.
Yeah, we had the actor from Murder House, the main actor who played
Ben Harmon.
Ben Harmon, yeah. So that was cool to see him back, but again, it's just cheap.
I only cry when I masturbate. When he said that, funny. I was like, that actor probably really had to hold in his laughter. Or
that face. Was something from the first season, though, you said, where he was crying when he was masturbating. They had the girl, they had a bunch of, I think, a few actors back in the house. They had the Down syndrome girl who had died outside of the house.
But that was in the video game, the first run of the video game.
Yeah, so that's where it gets so confusing. It's so messy. I don't think you can tell me that it was, maybe it's just something to have fun with and roll with, but I mean, So I guess
You,
it's not.
You're like Patrick
It's
in that episode where he's thinking and like the fucking smoke is coming out. They're like, oh, he's thinking again.
so it's not canon. The house didn't burn down.
No.
Just in the game it burned down.
Right.
So was everything we saw in the first episode just a part of the game? Remember whenever?
I don't know. I don't think they even thought that much into it. They were just like, just put it in. You know, I doubt they put that much thought into it. Let's be honest.
And you know the season overall, you know they did some interesting concepts, and this one could have been, I think, done in the right way. But this was, I don't think it was it.
Yeah,
Not for
it
me.
had potential.
Not for me. I don't see many people loving this, but maybe I could be wrong. You know, just because of all the nostalgia and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. It seemed like at the end, because at the end they had the ball. So maybe the house did actually burn down, because they had the ball. Like, and they were saying like maybe a spirit got released from the house.
Or maybe everything was true except for the mom dying. She just put it in there like, yeah, I died too. You know what I mean?
But even so, I mean,
Maybe it's one of those episodes where it's supposed to make you wonder, but this is making you think and wonder in like the worst kind of way. Because you don't ever get to a conclusion.
yeah, man. The intro was cool. I'll say that with because we both love playing video games, right? So that was cool to see. Maybe this was like them announcing that they're making an American Horror Story video game. Maybe that's what this episode was all about. I don't know. I'm gonna need to hear Ryan Murphy talk about this one or something, or watch a breakdown of this episode. But I'm just gonna say off the bat, I don't think it was good. You know, take away all the nostalgia and the mentions to the other seasons, although you kind of need that for the plot anyway. Yeah, I hated it. I think it was a mess. I think it was a real mess. That's all I can say. You know, and it's a real shame because we were going pretty up for the whole season. Up until this one, you know. So please, if you watch this, give me your thoughts on it. I'm gonna look up reviews and stuff. Maybe we're missing something. I don't think so. It's just, I can't put into words why it's so confusing and such a mess. But it is, because even in like, what was it, season 6? I mean, granted, I did like where they were self-aware about some of the stuff. They were talking about like Sarah Paulson talking crap about Roanoke or something, which I'm guessing actually happened. And, you know, what was it? Supernatural had an episode that was kind of like this, where they were self-aware, you know, but it still fit better. It made more sense than what this did, you know.
I might not watch
think.
that one. I don't remember.
But yeah, I'm just going to have to, I don't know, think about this one, process it. Because, so in Roanoke, though, what I was going to say is they had something where they had a TV show within the show, but it wasn't like this, right? Maybe just thinking too much about it, or just need to have fun with it, whatever, and just watch the show for what it is. I don't know. Maybe some of this will tie into the next season, right, with a ghost escaping from Murder House, and maybe that's why they did something like this. But if the end goal was just to have the house burned down, then we could have done that in a much different way, you know. So yeah, that's basically all I got. You got anything else to say about this? No, I mean, I can't really even talk about what I don't really even understand, and I don't think I could even understand because it doesn't make sense. So yeah, thank you for watching. That's the end of American Horror Stories. Next week we will be doing the American Horror Story Season 10, more than likely. What is it, double feature? So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I'll have some other videos in the meantime. I need to go put my head in some ice because it's, like I said, it's overheating.